loot and retrieve the object in which was requested, recalling that this all started back with a message being relayed that the Emperor and the continent leaders were all meeting in a fortnight back at the capital and requested them to join them in secret, letting Whisper know that there was a object that would be required for this entire campaign's end game of defeating or addressing the threat that was Dendar.
Howdy, sorry I'm 2 minutes late. I was making food.
No worries. And so we begin the night here, where post combat, Aurelius just being defeated, Whisper was walking over to Aurelius's body, intent on looting it. They also messaged me that they would have cast Identify. So I would tell you, and I did ask if he would relay everything, and he said yes.
Reminder for everybody's reactives.
Way ahead of you.
Yeah, you had it. I saw it.
And so I will go through their items in a little bit, but what is the rest of the party doing in this post-combat moment?
Eldon is... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say I'll be digging near the corpses closest to me. Probably the same thing Eldon is doing.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
What is Eldon doing?
Eldon is going to be going one by one to each of the corpses. Pulling card onto them.
You're fading a little in and out there, Eldon. I heard going one on one to each of the corpses, and then it faded and came back there.
Yeah, he's going one by one to each of the corpses and casting calling card onto them.
Calling card? I am not familiar with that spell.
It is from a new supplement, or third-party supplement. I think it's from Grim Hollow. Essentially, he, walks up to them, says his rights, and he does, like on their necks, a raven's feather kind of appears like a bruise.
Okay.
These three walks over, does this one. He gets over to this one and just looks down at it. And then doesn't cast a spell, and he just stands up and finds Mary. Where's Mary?
I don't see Mary on the map.
Yeah, I don't see her. The last I saw her, she was like up here.
Oh, there they are. They were under Whisper. I'm just gonna move Whisper. There we go.
Yeah, just gonna walk over to her and just stand by her and just lost in thought.
Okay. What is Flix and Rosalind? What are you all doing?
I don't really got anything that I'm...
Standing by the door.
Yeah, I guess we're guarding.
Okay. So as you are guarding, you notice that there are some of the traps are not so subtly hidden. For example, I'll say, and you're guarding right where you are, where your images are.
More or less, I guess.
So you'll notice here. Let's make sure I'm on the right layers. And here, you see that there are these two trapdoors, and you see that there are very crudely dug pressure plates right in front of them. Looks to be old and perhaps one of the first traps installed here. Not sure what the trap is, but it becomes very obvious as you can kind of see where back behind you can kind of see an outline, very crude. They're not like straight lines that were dug out. Looks like it was done in haste. Very early work. And as this time goes on, you see Whisper over by Aurelius's corpse, pulling off different items. He'll relay to the party that he has a ring of invisibility, an anti-magic field generator, which is one of the spheres, the one that had that kind of bluish glow to it when the runes were activated, a robe of eyes, and then what looks to be a poisoned short sword, and then finally this orb. The orb is about the size of a grapefruit. It is constantly emitting light, and it kind of looks like a pearl in terms of color and just how it was shaped. But it's made out of a stone. It's not a precious stone. It's got just the coloration is that of like a silvery white pearl.
Opalescent.
That's the word. It's a better descriptor. Thank you. An opalescent color to it. Feels very light in terms of weight, which is odd. And there's a suspicion from Whisper that it does more than it looks, other than just being a light source. Not quite sure what, though. As he's not familiar with this particular item. And they have some, he has a coin purse on him. He also has it's like a pin of the guild symbol encrusted in jewels. It looks to be what a guild leader would wear, right? So designate him like you're the boss in a way. And I'll have Whisper take that and see what he wants to do with it. In regards to the fallen guards that Urius was looking, similarly to the ones that you encountered before, long ago, they have these enormous warhammers. And some basic leather armor. And what looks to be some culturally significant jewelry. So you'll see like this polished wood, along with some teeth or stone necklaces. Doesn't look like it has a lot of monetary value per se, more just cultural significance.
I won't need those. Might grab the weapons. They can at least be sold.
I mean, okay, so for openness, like I'm plagiarizing a Loxodon Warhammer. Like this thing is massive, and there's 3 of them. Like,
Okay,
huge.
yeah, I don't know that they'd even work in a bag of holding at this point.
I mean, if you can pick it up or somehow drag it in there, that's one thing. How you get that out without destroying the whole? I don't know. Does the bag of holding expand? I thought it had a certain dimension, unless it's a custom built one. Correct me if I'm wrong.
If you can get it in there, you can easily get it out just by turning the bag inside out.
Yeah, but along with everything else.
I think it's like it can like like the hole for the bag of holding can only like go like so far, like 2 feet maybe.
I mean, could I even pick up a Loxodon Warhammer? What is my strength score?
I
I
mean,
think-
you sure can try.
I think the important question, as is with most situations like this, is can you get it past the lip?
I have a 14 strength. I can probably wield it.
Let's see.
I could bind it to myself and hit things with it. They might not be useful after all. We can leave them.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It has a neat. Let's see. It doesn't have a strength requirement on it, but it's just again big and heavy. Again, built for that species. Makes sense.
Well, is it built for a larger size creature?
I was built for a full-size Loxodon.
They're technically medium-sized creatures, I think.
Then you should be able to use it.
I'm just saying, I just do it. It's not as. There's a difference between picking like it up compared to like a rapier or a short sword. It's gonna take some effort. Anyway, so yeah, are you taking them, leaving them?
I might actually just think it's smarter to leave them.
Okay, and then let me get this up.
Looking for things of value that may or may not also be magical.
I mean, there is a vault. Whether or not it's still unlocked or not, you do not know, and you'd have to find your way back. You notice that your guide is suddenly missing.
Convenient.
Probably safe to assume that that one took their share already.
And so with Whisper finishing, just looks up. She's gonna kind of stay in place and just contemplate. So, well, what else does the party want to do here in the guild area / dungeon?
I mean, Urias the Elder would like to try to get as much stuff out of this as possible.
Okay, I mean, you are free to wander back to the vault. If you're gonna do so, let me know.
I will begin doing that.
Okay, hold on. I gotta watch. How are you getting back there?
Levitating over the floor.
Okay, show me the path you're gonna take. I'm watching on the screen.
Oh, I am not drawing lines.
Okay, I see you. Okay.
That way.
Okay. So drag your character over there.
Well, me and Flix are posted up. I'll look at him and I'll go, you know, if I ran a Thieves Guild, I think I'd move the headquarters around a bit more. These guys didn't seem very sneaky.
Okay, this is loading up. All right, so Urius, as you approach, you see that the vault door is shut. You see a combination key dial. So what do you want to do?
I will approach and let me see if I've got life pick. Thieves tools?
Okay.
I think I did. I realized I had forgotten to take my options. No, that was not one that I had on this character. What can I... Ooh. Do I have to be able to see the space? Or can I just remember it? Oh, I'd have to rest. Because I'm pretty sure I'm no longer concentrating on a 1-minute spell. And I'd have to be able to see it.
I've got knock.
I do recall someone I thought had a item that had a chance of opening any lock. I want to call it a skeleton key or a key. It's a legit item.
Skeleton
sworn
key is
winning.
an item that does that.
I know.
Or
Fairly
mystery
confident.
key?
I think that was it. Someone has one. I don't remember who though.
Not I.
I think it may have been Whisper.
That feels like something he would have picked up.
Let me see.
I have a mystery key.
That's the item.
Has a 5% chance of unlocking any lock. Once it unlocks something, the key disappears.
Is it just the combo lock?
So you have a key and then a combination. I mean, it's a vault.
I mean, I may have a reason to go and spend an hour and bond to one of the Loxodon Warhammers.
Well, didn't Rose say she had knock?
I think that only works on unlocked. Oh wait,
No.
I don't remember.
Knock unlocks things.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I will go and go. We've got a fun little problem. The magic vault is locked with a key and a combination. Anyone have thieves' tools, a stethoscope, a hearing horn, a knock?
I'll flit over and I will, with my staff, knock on the door and cast knock. For 2 charges from my Feywild staff.
As you cast the spell, you audibly hear both the knock and then the mechanism inside the keyhole turn, and then you see the dial turn very quickly as it unlocks. And this huge, heavy steel door just comes and silently swings, not quickly, but not slowly, just a very smooth motion, opens. And inside it, you have a vault. And I will pull up a note real quick, because I wrote a whole bunch of stuff down on this.
I'll spin my staff real quick and go, guess you know who to bring on a bank heist.
Yes.
All right. Found what I needed. Okay, so you see in here multiple pieces of art. There's pottery, there's jewelry, there's multiple chests, some that look unlocked, some are that are locked. Gems, weapons, there's all sorts of stuff in here. Are you trying to clean this out, or are you after something specific?
Well, I'll use it without having to spend a spell slot. At least if I remember my invocations correctly. Yes, I can cast Detect Magic without expending a spell slot. I'm going to look around and start magic items that may be in the room.
Okay. All right. So that as you cast that spell, you start to get a whole bunch of pings. I'd say at least half the room is coming up magic.
I will start with some of the larger things that are coming up magic.
Okay. Let me. Now, does it tell you exactly what it is? Remind me, as I'm on a different screen right this second.
Not usually. I will pop up Detect Magic.
Doesn't it just tell you like what school it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood or dirt blocks it.
Okay. Oh, without. It's going to take me a minute because I'd have to go. Let's see if how this works. It will tell me. So you have a couple of wondrous items. You see a dark colored armor. There is a sword. A magical staff. Some rope. A wand of sorts. No, it's not the wand of Orcus. Different wand. I'll give you this one. You see a parapet of wound closure. You've seen those before. A couple of gems. Some potions. At least one scroll. And then you have you got a chest here. Chest here. Looks to be filled with gold, some platinum. Pretty sure it's platinum. Mixed in with some gems. So, where are you going?
Armor, sword.
Tell me what you grab. So, let me know what you're grabbing, and then move your token as you go.
I will. Where was the armor at that I saw?
Armor is going to be over here.
Okay, I will walk towards it.
Okay.
look at it, grab a hold of it,
Okay.
and ritually cast identify while holding it.
Do you want me to announce it, or would you rather me just send you a message?
You can announce it.
You have. It's demon plate armor. And then there's some chests. Are you opening any of them?
It's not demon portal, demon plate. Yeah, I'll open the. I will check to see if there's any traps first.
Okay. Tell me what you've gotten so far. I'm gonna write this down. You don't have to.
I'm gonna go ahead and have grabbed the
I heard a sword, the armor.
sword, the armor, the wand. And also will then start looking for the. You said there were some gems that pinged as magical?
Yes.
I'll grab
They're
those
kind
as
of-
well.
So they're kind of around the chest that you're at.
And then I'll check to make sure that the chest is not trapped.
Okay. Perform. Oh, it's been a minute. Is it? I want to say inspection. Investigation. Yes. Check for traps.
Perception or investigation, both of them. Depends on what the DM calls for, and you said investigation.
Or you're specifically looking for something. The chest.
That sure is a box right there.
Question is, do you open said box?
I will, since it looks like it's not trapped, I will attempt to open it.
So after lifting the lid, you are met with this warm yellow glow, illuminating the immediate area with a dim golden hue. Suddenly, there's a burst of arcane energy as sand erupts from the trunk and starts to swirl rapidly, filling this chamber.
I'll close the trunk.
It does not close. So,
Anyone
hold on.
have dispel?
A dome of sand, a dome of swirling sand, 60 feet high, 60 feet wide, now fills this chamber. Each creature within 60 feet of the treasure chest is blinded, and the movement is hindered. Moving 1 foot in the sand requires 3 foot of normal movement. The sand is swirling steadily and settling rapidly. Sand will completely fill the chamber in 2d4 rounds per initiative. Once the chamber is full of sand, the creatures within it will no longer be able to breathe.
Wait, wouldn't I have, I mean, that won't be a problem for me. Wouldn't I have been able to see the aura of the magic from it?
No. So the chest was designed to hide its so
It's a mechanical chest.
I'll start
It is.
grabbing money without touching the ground.
I'll throw up a turn order just to track this real quick.
I will turn and shout, anyone have dispel?
The floor is eating the money.
As you just see sand filling up the entire vault. Okay, I'll be right back. Let you guys think, roleplay for a second. I have to take care of some chickens and children real quick. So 5-ish minutes.
I don't have any spell slots left.
That sounds like a you problem.
I don't have Dispel Magic.
I can detect it. I cannot dispel it.
I have 3 spell slots. 3.
Let me look at what I got.
I've got a javelin.
I can bless it. You
don't
want me to
think-
bless it?
Is that something that Counterspell could have stopped, you think?
He did.
A
It
trap?
wasn't a spell. It was a trap.
Yeah, dispel magic wouldn't help on it.
Yeah,
If it's a magical trap, it would.
it's not a magical
If
trap.
it's-
That's why you didn't
yeah.
detect it.
Wait,
Oh.
identify where the sand is coming, because Doug said the room is filling. Identify where the sand is coming from and cast a spell to fill the hole.
Well, if it is a magical trap, it could have been hidden by just a sheet of lead as part of the construction, or sheets of lead.
You really want it to be magical, don't you?
Well, he said that it was. He said that it was hidden if it was magical, so it might be.
Yeah. All they have to do is use lead in the construction. If it's not, I do have a way to potentially get rid of it.
Glad to know that. Sorry.
Would locate object help me find that? You think?
Possibly.
Probably. That sounds like a use of it.
D&D wizards and Superman have a similar weakness. They can't see through lead.
True. And X-rays.
Yep.
I could use my 8th level spell, Demiplane, and just drag the chest into it. And then I will have created the Demiplane of sand.
We can take one of the corpses, put it in the hole, and then I can cast enlarge and fill the hole.
I mean, technically, you'll need to hurry.
That's way out. That is way too chaotic for something that Flix would ever think about.
You are unseelie.
I don't disrespect the dead.
I've got web.
Okay, Penny Parker, you got this. Web it up.
Fills a 20-foot cube.
This turns into Spider-Man.
The floor is eating the money.
Oh, we're supposed to roll.
Is that just a metaphor for, like, the world just consuming all of its resources?
It's a metaphor for my bank account.
It's a metaphor for that 2 you rolled.
Some of a biscuit.
I've got telekinesis.
Wait, who rolled a 2?
That would be the one standing waist deep in sand. That luckily doesn't need to breathe.
Oh, I see now. I just didn't have the... Because since I'm on phone, I have to have the freaking chat collapse, so I didn't realize that in order to see anything, so I didn't realize that somebody had rolled or anything because they didn't have the chat open.
That is my initiative. I will likely be the last one to go.
Oh, let me see if I can... There you go.
I can see since it's on roll 20, I can actually interact with the map and everything.
Oh.
Foundry is the only one that I'm crippled on. And I'm double crippled on Pathfinder, because at least on Foundry Night for for Of Gods and Glories, I can still look at my character sheet for Anakur, so I know what I'm doing. I can't even open Pathbuilder on my phone, because it's like, you need to have a screen width of at least this much in order to run this app or this freaking thing. I'm like, I hate you. I hate you so much.
But there is a Path Builder app for the phone.
Yeah, doesn't work very well, and the Path Builder, it's not the app, it's the I meant like browser. When I
Oh.
on Google, it says that the browser needs to be a bigger resolution size.
Do you have an Android?
No, I have an iPhone.
Oh yeah. On
that was
Android there is an app.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I'm a shill for old Steve, Bob, Billy Gates jobs.
I think I will just drag it into a demi-plane.
In other news, I got a job today.
Woohoo! Congrats.
Job grats.
It's back at the grocery store that I worked at previously, but it will be in a different position in the same department, and it will be for more pay than I was making at the hospital. So,
Hell yeah.
Winning.
yeah, when I went in and had my interview, my initial interview yesterday, the store director had the person who is the manager of the deli over there. And when I was talking about the stuff that I used to make when I worked at the grocery store in the deli 2 years ago, she like her eyes went wide and she was like, "We could use some of that." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "It's not hard to make 3 different varieties of chicken salad when you are already making the chicken for chicken salad. Like it's not that hard to prep things." But yeah, so they're gonna have me come in as the prep person, but I have to go in tomorrow, or I have to wait for them to send me the hiring packet in my email, and then once that's in, I go in for my drug test, and then I should be good.
Hell yeah. Don't do drugs.
They don't test for THC. She already let me know.
THC isn't drugs.
Yeah, but that's what everyone always gets pegged for.
I was thinking nose candy.
Yeah, no, they're really looking for meth around here.
That's valid.
You live in Oklahoma?
No, I live in Texas.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's
My
just kind of-
Oh
condolences.
yeah.
It's just kind of a United States issue at this point.
Yeah, really anywhere that like even remotely has an like a rural area is gonna have a lot of meth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
No,
messing
meth is a
around.
problem here.
Yeah.
Meth was a problem in Reno. Meth is a metropolitan problem.
I mean, meth was a problem in fucking Oklahoma City too.
They really ain't
In
messing
Dallas.
around over there.
Tyler.
People cook it out in cornfields here.
That'd be
I
a
used to
really
live on-
interesting place for Doug to come back on.
I
know-
lived near a Walmart where someone was secretly working a meth kitchen out of.
I know where Doug lives, so he'll probably be like, "Yeah, here too."
I used to live right near 69 Highway in Oklahoma,
Nice.
Muskogee.
Nice.
So not only did we have drug problems, we had human trafficking problems. Yay!
All right, I am back.
Whoa.
So, what shenanigans have ensued while I've been gone?
We're gonna cast a bunch of meth into the hole.
Yeah, we're gonna throw a
Bunch
meth
of
rock into
meth?
the hole. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna throw a meth crystal into the hole where the sand is coming from, and then I'm gonna cast enlarge to fill the hole with the giant meth crystal.
It's called
Okay.
method magic.
Yeah,
This
we're not
chaos
messing
pleases
around
me.
anymore.
I have a level 8 spell that happens to be demi-plane. I could just open a door to a demi-plane, drag the chest in, and be done with it.
Wait, before you burn that spell though, let me see if I can locate object and maybe find where the sand is coming from.
We also didn't know whether or not it was a magical trap because you
Yeah.
said it might have been hidden or something like that.
It was purposely hidden from his identify.
So
But
Is it
was
magical now?
likely a lead-lined chest.
Yes.
All right.
Very heavy.
I'm gonna cast to see if I can locate that. Locate lead.
Okay. Okay. Throw your spell up there.
Watch all the chests be lead-lined.
Come on. I know. There it is. Cast.
No, I just want to make sure I give you all the information that the spell gives you. It's been a minute. I'm not familiar with every spell. Someday I'll get there. Okay, scare you an object that is familiar to you. Cool.
I would think lead is familiar to me.
Yes, I would agree. It's a common element. All right, so the chest here. The chest here. Make sure I'm pinging.
That's a
So
good
it's
spell
two.
to cast, like, if you're moving in somewhere on the paint.
3. So there are 3. And
Here,
the one that Urius activated is here.
here. Okay, so I'm gonna... What's my color? Rose?
Which you are.
Yeah, my color is Dusty Rose. That we found 3 lead-lined chests. Do you tell us
I
that
will-
we found 3 lead-lined chests?
I do. I
I
point
did.
them out if I see them.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I will go. So, do we want to drag them into an interdimensional door? To a demiplane?
I will say, it being a more mechanical trap, it most likely can be turned off in a couple different ways.
A mechanical / magic trap?
Yes. Someone, I believe, stated a solution, but again, it also, you may be able to get out of it as well.
Yeah. I feel
Just
like
depends.
putting it in a demiplane is the nuclear bomb option.
And did I roll? I think I did. All right, so you have 5 rounds. Which, I mean,
Where-
60 feet pretty much covers. Go ahead.
Can I see where the sand is coming in?
Coming in.
Is it like coming in? You said it was mechanical. Like, is it coming from a hole, or are we talking about like the floor is turning to sand, or like what?
So sand is being expelled out of the chest and onto the floor. So the wall of sand spell, which I was going to look up here for a second, but for all intents and purposes.
So it is a spell. Does somebody have dispel magic?
No.
I am out of spell slots, otherwise I could do it myself.
Very cool.
Does Whisper? I have
Does
no idea
Whisper
what
have
Whisper-
dispels?
Whisper, let me look, because I will play him. I had some other character sheets pulled up, but not his. It's a little.
He does have these tools.
I don't think thieves' tools is going to do much for this one. But I mean, help me understand like what you want to do.
He could potentially shut down the mechanical portion of the trap.
Yeah, if there's like a disarm or is trap disarm kit separate.
He does have it.
At 3rd level, and he has all 3 3rd level spell slots.
Well,
And-
well.
Detect.
I am going to cast telekinesis, and I am going to begin lifting 1,000 pounds of treasure towards the exit of the room.
Priorities.
I just see Rosalind there in the hallway, just hands on head, levitating all this treasure, sand everywhere. Yurius like drowning in sand.
As I'm
The X-Men
screaming,
theme.
the floor is eating the treasure!
And the X-Men theme just starts blaring as Professor Xavier saves the treasure.
Wouldn't it be
Magneto?
Jean Grey? No, if you're
I mean,
telekinetic,
telekinesis is Professor X.
True.
no, telekinesis is Jean Grey. Telepathy is Professor X.
Yeah,
Mm.
all the tellas is stupid. They move thing with mind, bald man. I don't care.
No, talk to people with mind, bald man.
He moved people with mind. He can control people with mind. That's telepathy.
I move treasure with mind.
Arguing the semantics of Marvel characters in a D&D setting is an extremely niche thing, and I appreciate it.
I feel like we've all been there somewhere. Anyway, as Rosalind is casting levitate, or excuse me, telekinesis, moving all of this, Whisper, I'll say this is about 1 round's worth of action and movement. So on to round 2 as Whisper gets there. Is anyone officially told Whisper what he's doing? I know it was said someone have dispel magic. Whisper.
Point at the chest and go, dispel this bitch.
Whisper in his quiet self looks furious, eye cocked, throws out a hand, and will cast Dispel Magic at the 3rd level. And as the magic leaves, Whisper hits the chest, you'll see the sand suddenly just stop. The door is still hinged open. You see that the gold, it was just a farce, looked to be a illusion, and you see this very heavy lead-lined interior of the wooden chest with runes carved into it, and then all these gears to force open the chest.
Can I close it now that it's been dispelled?
You would need to reset it. I mean, you could, yes. It would take you a second to figure out how to reset this thing.
And I'll just leave it open then and open one of the traps, or one of the ones that doesn't seem to be lead lined.
For a second there, I heard you open up one of the traps. I'm like, okay, I mean, do this again. But you're saying you want to open one of the ones that was not identified as a trap, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So,
of course, after I inspect it to make sure there's not a mundane trap on it.
go ahead and roll your investigation, please.
Better.
All right, this one, you after experience the other one, spend a little bit more time going through. You don't find anything.
Then I will open it.
I just picture you just like preparing for something to hit you as you like slowly open the chest. As you open it, nothing comes out. You see several of those similarly pinged magic gems, and a couple more scrolls, and some coin.
How many gems have I found so far?
At least 3 or 4.
How many scrolls was in there?
Let me. You have 1, 2, 3.
And then there's the money.
Yes. And I've got it just as a huge group for you, so it's I'm keeping track of it, and I'll give you the total in the end, so that way to save you on some housekeeping there.
And I was going to say, I'll use my telekinesis after the sand is gone to just distribute money to everybody. Like a rapid bank teller machine.
I have a feeling the sand itself is not going to go away. It's just going to be there.
Well, I mean, after it stops to, like, falling all over us.
And I will go to the next... to this chest, I guess.
Okay. Do the same thing. Roll your
Yes.
check.
It's a 14.
You think it's normal looking chest? Question is, do you open it?
Slowly.
Okay. As you slowly open it, nothing happens.
It doesn't even try to lick me, thank heavens.
No.
I'll look down in it.
You see a bunch of glass vials of just different potions.
I will lift it up, carry it over to here.
Okay.
There's the chest. Does this one seem the same as this one?
Wait a minute. I was typing. Ping for me one more time, please.
The one in the corner right here.
Yes. It looks like to be a carbon copy.
If I can
Exact
lift it,
same. You want to try and pick it up?
if I can lift it, I'm going to move it over here.
Okay.
Or better yet, I might start moving it towards the big central room.
Okay. I want you to make a strength check. See if you can pick this thing up.
I mean, I do have a 14, so hopefully it'll. That is not the way you're supposed to do that. You were almost an 18. You would have been a dirty 20.
Okay, so you go over. You go to pick it up. It moves, so it doesn't feel like it's attached to the wall or the stone
shelf. Yeah.
Shelf shoulder. Try and pick it up. You feel for a split second it'll move up, but nothing. It is quite heavy.
I will suggest to the stronger members of the party that we move the last two likely trapped chests to the big central room. That way, if they start spewing sand or something, it'll eventually go down the drain.
Are they less than 1,000 pounds?
But hold on, let me do some googling quick.
Because telekinesis is up to 1,000 pounds.
It's coming in at. It can. It can be moved with that spell.
So yeah, I like dance all the money out and distribute it to everybody, and then I like move that chests out of the room that might still be trapped.
Okay. So you move both of them, I assume.
Yeah, I'll set them up on either side of the hole in the big like middle room, so that like if they open up and start spewing sand, it goes down the hole.
Okay.
Like to the north and to the south of it.
Okay.
And as that's being done, I'll just grab everything else that looks of value in the room. And are there any other chests?
No, that was it. Now I gotta type out two different things. So one, I will send you Discord, Urius, and then one for Rosalind, as you both kind of grabbed different loots. Or Rosalind, were you after just coin and gems?
Yeah, whatever is defined as money.
Okay. So I didn't know how specific. You just said money, which is fine.
I would prioritize coin over gems if I was limited in some way. But like,
Okay.
I'm gonna grab anything that is exchangeable currency for sure. Like, if there's a gem that's obviously got like a market value. I think the group has enough like ability to carry things that we can get away with carrying all the money out of a place.
Yeah.
We got a carriage.
Almost done.
I swear I just got a message.
You heard it from someone else.
I just sent you one. And then I got to get coinage.
Man, Mary's hiccups sound crazy.
It's an astral elf thing you wouldn't understand.
Ah, yeah.
Just reminded me of the video I saw of a rescue parrot who was being washed, and the person who was washing it couldn't figure out what sound the parrot was making, and it was making the Xbox startup sound. The boodunk, like perfectly. And then somebody came in to help them, like I guess like somebody was bringing like towels or something for them, and they heard the bird make the sound, and they were like, oh, that's an Xbox. And then she pulled up her phone and played the sound of the Xbox sound, and the parrot responded with it by doing it right back at her. And she was like, oh god, this poor parrot, that's the only thing it would do was make that noise.
Oh no.
I was like,
What a
oh,
terrible life this parrot has lived.
and like its feathers looked a bit ruffled, but like after she cleaned it, like it like wasn't in horrible spirits. It wasn't like depressed or anything, but it definitely didn't look like it came from a great place. And she was like, yeah, all it's been doing for the past 12 hours that we've had it is every few minutes. And so I'm like, oh god, Mary is this parrot.
All of the terrible Halo matches that poor bird has had to watch.
Oh god, COD. So many COD lobbies.
Yeah. Um, if it wasn't my house, it would also be singing Creed.
I mean, it could be worse. Oh, darn. Well, we've got quite a few nice things, and then this, and I point to the plate armor. You probably don't want to put it on.
The what armor?
Plate armor.
Oh god, no.
It's demon armor. It's cursed.
Oh.
We'd have to use one of these, and I pull out a scroll of Dispel Magic. Oh wait, no, that won't help. We would have to uncurse you.
Well, it's a good thing my armor is going to be better than anything you hand me.
We would have to straight up use a remove curse.
Let's just sell it.
Yes. That sounds good. Very good.
You know, I bet a church would pay money for that.
Even more so if it was a church of one of the demon lords.
Well, I more figured they'd want to get it off the street and dispel it themselves or whatever, and it'd be like a finder's fee sort of deal or something. But hey, I mean, if you want to fuel evil people...
I mean, that might be something.
What about like wizardry school where they have to practice actually dispelling things? Like practice. It'd be like a test, but they need material. So they hire adventurers to go out and find all this stuff, and they sell it to them, or they buy it from them.
I'm sure somebody will buy it.
Rosalind, I sent you a message with how much. You said £1,000, right? I have maxed out at what I could publicly find is for in-game weight and coinage. So there you go.
Holy cow. Okay.
You said £1,000. So
While the money is being divided out between everyone, and my pile is pile, I'm going to go and stand back and open the chest standing as far back away from it as I can while levitating.
remind me, where did you place them? Just ping real
One's
quick.
here and one's here. I'm going to start here as I am levitating above the ground.
Where is everyone right now? So let's move everyone's tokens to where they want to be in this moment.
I am levitating right about there.
Okay. I have Whisper in the hallway. I have Flicker in the hallway. Flicks in the hallway. Excuse me, Rosewind in the hallway. Flicks in the hallway. Mary Eldon.
Mary
If I
would have been over there because she did cast a spell.
If I remember, the center of the room is technically trapped.
It was trapped, yes. So that was
You
the
already
acid
triggered
rain,
it.
which eventually just ran out of acid over time.
Yay.
And we don't know if it automatically resets or if it has to be manually reset.
Correct.
Everybody gets 366 platinum.
Jesus.
I found another 280.
Platinum?
No. And then
Now
there's
I
the
need
gold,
to-
silver, and copper.
Yeah, now I need to figure out the math on the gold and the copper.
It is a thieves guild. It's like years, possibly decades of collection in chests.
What are they doing sitting on all this fucking money?
They're thieves.
There's a dragon in here.
Yeah,
guys.
they're
We just
thieves,
don't
not
know where it
hoarders.
Thieves can be hoarders. They don't want to let anything go.
is. Sorry, how
There's
much
al-
platinum was that again, by the way?
366.
I took 4 extra. Nobody shoot me.
If we're that
Cast
precarious
Eldritch
about.
Blast on Rosewind.
I assume that's in jest. Yes?
Sure.
Everybody gets 5,833 gold.
$5,833.
Yes.
This ain't no fucking thieves guild, it's a bank.
$1,666 copper. Is the 2,000 silver?
Yes.
Everybody gets 333 silver.
Right. So as I'll pan back to Urius, your objective, you're going to open these chests and just flood this room with sand. Yes, that's the plan, the intent.
If that's what comes out of it.
It will. Is this just to block it off, or are you just wanting to flood the room full of sand?
I mean, I was going to see if it had anything, because it may have been a sand trap. It may have something in it worthwhile, but it was trapped with something else. If it's a sand trap, I will then just kind of do my best to tip it over into the pit.
You know, I kind of like that. Okay, I like what you said there. I didn't think of this. I was treating it as a traditional sand trap, but because of that cleverness, now I'm going to go look for something. So go ahead and perform your. So you're levitating off the ground. You're going to spring these traps and just zip some direction back to the group, and just watch all of this sand empty into this area. Is that the rough idea?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead, you do so. And as you are enact this, you see the sand, the spell cast, wall of sand. Sand just starts going everywhere. And kicks and giggles. Let me roll 2d4 twice. See how long this lasts. So, 5 rounds. Oh, that's not suspicious at all. All right, so you got 5 rounds of wall of sand going in this kind of central area, just absolutely filling this whole entire area full of sand. So what I will do.
Well, it looks like they were just traps too.
Hold on a minute. Okay, I want you to roll me 2 separate d9s. Well, that's not a thing. D10, sorry. I want you to roll a dice that doesn't exist.
I mean, you could type it out.
Okay. So you rolled 8. All right. Roll 1d100.
They just said BRB.
Oh, well, okay then.
I'll roll it for them.
So, ah. All right. Well, we'll pause this cleverness going on. What is everyone else doing? I did send a list of items that to Urius via Discord, so we can discuss that at some point. Who's getting what?
Taking a short rest. Alden hasn't done nothing this entire time.
I Fantasia danced the coins into his purse while he rested.
I thought you meant
Very-
Fantasia, like Final Fantasy, and I'm like, what'd you Fantasia into? What race are you now?
Always short.
I was just thinking of the musical, so I was just yeah. I'm assuming that's the fan. There's so many Fantasias. I also immediately assumed the Final Fantasy Fantasia too. There were so many that went through my head. I couldn't decide which one was the correct one.
I did think of the Disney one first. I didn't know. I don't
Yeah, well, you
understand.
don't have
Get the Final Fantasy one.
You don't have Final Fantasy 14 brain rot, Doug.
It's for the best.
Did you say I needed to roll a 100 as well?
I did.
Okie dokie.
No, not taking mine.
I'll save yours for something. Don't worry. Let's see. So 30 was that 39? Yeah, 39. Okay, you get. Here, I'll just Discord it to you real quick. All right, and then roll another D100 for the other corresponding D10, to which you rolled 8.
It might be really awesome. It might be really terrifying. It might be a little of both.
Okay.
This is where we get a deck of many things.
Rolled
No.
a 97. Knowing my luck in the chaos I like. Okay.
Just because they roll it doesn't mean you have to give it to us.
If there's a god in everything, please, no, please.
It's not a deck of many things.
If it was, I do have a deck physically I could draw from.
Oh yeah.
Courtesy of hers truly.
Aw,
It's tarot,
that's kind
right?
of cool.
No, it's a deck of many things.
Oh, you have a legit deck of that's sick.
Yeah, it came with a deck of many fates, which is the good version.
Deck of many fates. I have
You
not
are not getting everything, Bagel Dog. I don't need you high.
heard of many.
And it is moth themed.
Yeah.
Huh.
How many cards do you want to pull, Doug?
Yes, all of them. All of
No.
them.
1
Time
to
to
3, pick one.
2.
First pull. Oh, you got balance. Your alignment changes.
Yeah. All right. I usually play chaotic
And
good.
second card.
So,
Got the throne. Gain proficiency in persuasion and double your proficiency bonus with it. You gain ownership of a small keep. If you can clear it of monsters, it is yours.
that's cool. All right.
And this is the deck of many things.
Doug's alignment changes. He takes back all the money.
You say, I'm usually chaotic good, so what? Chaotic evil?
Lawful evil.
Lawful evil?
Tarath crawls out of the hole.
Followed shortly by an angry Aarakocra.
And then a false Hydra.
So Eldon, using your D100 roll, after seeing Urius and waiting for the sand, you can saunter over to the first trapped sand
I don't want to.
chest. No?
I think
Okay.
Eldon hates sand.
Or secrets
everywhere.
everywhere.
Ah. All right. So, after the 5 rounds, there's just this dune sea of sand there in the middle of what was an acid pit slash, general gathering area. Now what? You have your loot. Coins been distributed. Are you getting out?
Time to go spend this in the capital, right?
There weren't any
Yes.
door holds. Well, the office might have important information in it.
I'm just curious at how you're getting out of here.
Oh, darn it.
You
Wait,
kind of filled the middle room full of sand, so not saying you can't get through it. I'm just trying to get through that.
I'm going to turn into a bird and fly out.
Same.
That.
fly
All right.
over.
2, 3, 4. All right. Whisper would probably be able to fly, and that just kind of leaves curious.
Flix can only fly if he gets naked, and he's not gonna do that in the middle of a dungeon. So
So Flix and Urias are hanging out there in the back.
Did
Everyone is
anybody loot the office for any information it might have?
No.
These guys don't strike me as the information keeping type. Although they were the gold hoarding type, so maybe they hoarded I don't know.
we go in there, and it's just newspapers from every. Yep, they were definitely hoarders, guys. We were right.
Having once been a despot, you hoard information that can get you wealthier and take down your enemies.
If everyone's flown away, we'll go with Urias to check the office, like as his personal guard, since I can't leave.
Eldon and Mary go on a date.
And
Okay.
if
it's the fruit date because they're birds. They're just sitting on it.
They're at a date stand, just being menaces.
I'm cackling in the bushes, drawing it.
They're doing that thing where like one bird is like the distracting person, where they're like making an obvious mess, and the other one's like actually stealing fruit, and then
yeah,
let's get out of here.
I love it.
It's beautiful.
If I find any paperwork and stuff, things that would have like notes and secrets and things in it, I will grab it and I guess split it between our two backpacks.
Roll. Just want you to perform an investigation check real quick. As you do see, there are in the corners, you have different stacks. You see a bunch of wanted posters. Looks like some notable thieves with like information scribbled on it.
Can I use my passive?
You're looking around, yeah. The investigation is more for if you're looking at anything for specific. Passive. What's your passive?
13. It's better than 6.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know what you're grabbing, but I mean, if you just grab all of it and shove it in your bag of holding, we can figure out later. So the table is exactly that. It's just a desk table. There are no drawers that you can find or see. Nothing looks like it's cleverly hidden. It's just a giant chunk of heavy oak. You do see that there is a leather-bound book that is open. Not your diary, instructions, I don't know, just books. And so just in your haste, just grab it. And then, so after you and Flix wrap up, Flix, you said you were searching, so you can also get in on this. You can roll an investigation if you like. 17, 30. So 20. I'm guessing D&D Beyond is being frustrating again today. You being a little bit more precise and observant. Notice there is another leather-bound book buried under the papers. I will say here. Hold on. Why is this not? There we go. Here. As this seems to be more like research material. And it looks like there was some active research going on. Not quite sure what. But the book was open, not closed, and all these, it looks like schematics. Not sure, again, what. It looks like at least a building, a tower maybe. And you see hand-scribed notes of it says trap or dark, light, question mark, and not it's gibberish to you at this point in time. You grab it, putting it back. You Urius, I assume, meet back up at the top where your current tokens are depicted. Now what?
I will let Flix know if you get down to your smallest size. I will carry you as I levitate over the sand.
I'm always a small size.
Oh, well then, just hop on my shoulder and we'll go over the sand.
So when you levitate, I have a question for anyone, and just a mechanically thinking. So is it just your feet that would levitate over a surface? Is it like your whole body? Can you just like Superman over the sand, like sand surfing?
No, it's just the feet. Everything else is still touching the ground.
Yeah, you like drag behind your feet while they go into the air.
Yeah, it's your whole body. I mean, you can't Superman, but you can.
Well,
You're
I mean,
standing
just
straight up.
I mean, I assume it's. I'm getting a little too complex there, but yeah, that's just the idea. Like, I wonder if that works, or if you could just like levitate your body. Like, if you have a confined space, like a tunnel, like, because you can't traditionally, like, you're standing and you levitate, sure, but can you like lay down almost, and then your body just
What?
fly Superman in a way over that? Like, you're just curious. I would allow it. It's just me. Um,
I will limbo squat as much as possible.
just up and down all these dunes and up and over certain aspects. It takes you a little bit. Go
Urius
ahead.
will lay on his stomach, and I will ride him like a surfboard. Is that what we're doing?
That's what I was kind of envisioning.
And I will have my arms crossed like any a vampire would.
Even better. No, it would be better if Urius was like reaching back, holding his ankles, so he would look like the ship from Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker.
So as Urius and Flix, you rejoin the rest of the party here at the front. You see the door that you came in through here. Is everyone leaving?
Well, they were the last two to leave, so I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
Just making sure. No one wants to do anything like final checking a bomb and closing off the tunnel. I'm just checking here.
I
You
cast
all.
I cast foreclosure notice.
Unpaid taxes.
When the others, when the other two catch back up, I go, look at this photograph, and I show them the drawing I did of birds pestering people. And then I leave it
And it
ominously
makes me laugh.
and then I leave it ominously posted outside of the entrance with a little note saying, "You weren't a very good thieves guild."
As you all make your way, where are you heading now? I'd say by this point, probably closer to getting on the evening. After finishing the fight, looting, all this madness. Are you going to go back to the town that you came from? Just kind of bivouac there in the forest? Take a random trip back to the Feywild for some reason?
I thought we were pretty,
Yeah, we're going to the capital.
yeah.
Yeah.
You were. I'm just making sure.
So you trying to distract us from the capital?
That seemed urgent.
It is urgent. It is
urgent. I just want you guys to miss it. I see how it is, Doug.
Okay. So I can find.
If we go get the carriage, we can take turns of people riding versus resting. and like rest on the road?
That's what I assumed you guys were gonna do.
Sounds good to me.
Third level.
So
Yeah,
I'm
me and
gonna-
Urias are the drivers, so we could just take alternating shifts like truck drivers.
Eldon doesn't need to sleep, so he'll just ride his horse.
I'm gonna move us. Just
Horses will need to rest.
Mary
Eldon will then carry the horse.
only needs a little bit of rest.
So as
Oh yeah.
you're traversing through, taking the main roads back to the capital, you see the atmosphere and the terrain kind of change from last you went in the opposite direction. You see more buildups of what look to be military encampments on both sides. Not hostile to each other, they're just staging. Hence, siege weapons look like they're being built. You see less forest, so in past, the forest is decently close to the road. Now it's been cut and cut further and further back. Many travelers headed still to the capital. And as you get there, you see that there are all these kind of ramshackle groups outside of this capital walls, all kind of starting to just live around the outside of the capital. With its high walls, the guards don't look like they are antagonizing or are trying to keep people out necessarily. There's just not a lot of room, right? So they just said, hey, if you're going to camp, you're going to camp out there. And as you approach, you see the ever familiar Capitol guards in their plate armor. You do notice that there's at least one captain there at the gates. You recognize it from your fallen Captain Show from the beginning, as he puts up his hand and says halt to the carriage in your party. Looks to now who is driving between Flix or Urias.
I know I was the technical driver, and Urias was like the guide. So I guess I would be the one driving right now, unless like I don't. Have we started our whole sleeping on and off shifts? I don't know what's.
We made it to the capital.
Okay, so then
Whoa.
I'll be the one driving.
So
And
as he looks,
assuming we'll all, depending on the time of day, we might all be awake.
assuming you traveled day night, it's probably like mid afternoon at this point. You weren't too far from the capital, and Flix, you're small, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he just looks to you. It's like this guy probably still hasn't seen a fairy before, but at this point, he just doesn't care. State your business. Looks to you, Flix. Not in an aggressive tone, just more of a it's been a long day tone.
I will pull my badge that the Emperor gave us, and we are on important business for the Emperor.
I thought your group is like the only one that's still around. I thought, all right, and he just lets you in through. Just don't cause any trouble. Right. You have the badge. I recognize it. I understand its authority. It bestows. Just please don't cause any trouble.
Only for the ne'er-do-wells.
And he just nods. And he looks to his subordinates. Just let him through. And so the carriage comes back through into the ever familiar map. It's been a while since we've been back on this map. You notice that it seems a little bit darker, a little bit dirtier than last time you were here. Not as happy, a little bit more on edge feeling. You see a lot more military members in armor, in weapons, patrolling around. You see the streets are fuller. It's a different feeling. And then you start to notice there are more than one types of military here. At least two different armor types, weapons, coloration, symbols that you don't recognize. They obviously aren't hostile to anyone, but they are just keeping to their own cliques. You recognize from what Captain Shell looks like, you assume that you have the Empire as a show here. The other type being the Eastern continent, the province, they more look like, how do I describe this? Swiss Guard.
I point and laugh.
They just look at you, give you this dirty look, and keep walking. They don't say anything. One of the capital guards, which you can tell, looks to you all. Do you know anything about this? We've seen you before. We haven't met. But we've seen you. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Do you have any idea what's going on?
We literally just got here.
Yeah, but you're adventurers. Don't you guys know more things than everyone else?
If anything, we know less.
You see him reach into his coin purse, hands his fellow guard a copper coin. Looks like they made a bet on whether or not that you guys would have the information. The guy's
Oh,
like,
wow.
they're just as clueless as we are, see?
Would you like to provide some context about what's going on?
Well, all we were told was to expect guests and to, and he gestures to the other military guard rotations that are floating around, and to incorporate them into our guard rotations and treat them like we would our fellow members of our own military. I don't know why. I'm guessing there's a meeting. Who's here? What it's about? None of us are in cahoots. We don't know. We thought you might. We've heard you all have gone up to the central tower before. Met with at least the Emperor and maybe some of the other continental leaders, but we're just lowly guards. We don't get that much information.
In this case, that might be wise. Too much information will lead to too many fantasies and fears.
Yeah, yes. But we're curious. I mean, be good to know if, we need to tell people to not be in this particular location for some reason.
I am sure
Don't
the
you
Emperor
think your
would let you know.
superiors would tell you something if that were the case?
You would think so. Communication sometimes is not the best. It depends on your captain. There's some good captains. He has some not so good captains. It just...
I am sure the Emperor would see to everyone knowing if you needed to evacuate.
hasn't led us astray yet.
Perhaps we should use our privilege and go and check in with the Emperor, huh?
What?
Indubitably.
Is he just like, wait, what? You can just do that?
We have been called here by the Emperor.
I've got
Damn
like my tiara on and everything, so I'll just like flick that.
I've got my crown on as well. Be like, we are two sitting members of royalty.
He just looks at the other guards. Should have become adventurers. Like, you guys like, yeah, traps and monsters, and he just goes rambling on. He's like, well,
It really does
we're
pay.
gonna.
Like what? You guys were betting with copper?
I
Like
give them a platinum piece.
I was about to do that. I'll give the other guy a platinum piece. See?
They just look at you. Is this real?
Put your ass in danger. It pays.
They just subtly like look, make sure no one's looking, and they just like shove it in like between on their leather belts where their armor piece is. It looks to be like a gap where the rivets are, and they just shove it in there like a little hidey spot.
We just gave them a year's salary.
Like they thank you. We guys like see. He's like, okay, let's go. Let's talk to the guy about getting out. It's like, let's go figure it. Like, so they go like off, looking to find their superior officer.
Yo, before you guys go, there's some like squid-faced motherfuckers coming. If you can fight them, that shit will pay you real well. I tell you what, wherever they're causing trouble. Also, the secret, don't die.
Isn't that the same for anything we fight?
I don't know. It's worked for me so far.
Definitely don't die to a shade.
They're just like,
Or a lich, or a necromancer.
okay, noted. And like, okay, where is he last at? And they're trying to go find their superior officer. And then as right before they go back, they're like, oh, hey, that huge trade tent. I think you were last year at Salazar's. I think, yeah, that's gone. It's like he just left.
Well, he's working with the squid face guys, I think. I know he's working with another guy that we killed, so maybe he heard we were coming. That would have been the right move, is to fuck off.
They look like they want to ask more, but then the other guard like points like they found the person that they were looking like getting off for. Like, hey, we need to talk to you about getting out, and they like start running over.
They're gonna die.
We're going to hear in 3 days' time that somebody was killed outside of a local tavern and robbed, and it's going to be that guy.
He's going to have the greatest last moments of his life, though.
He's going to flaunt it, getting drunk at a bar, and he's going to like be like, rounds for everyone, and then somebody's going to stab him in the neck.
Anyway, we should probably catch Matthias, right?
Yes. So as you make your ever familiar way back to the center here, you see some other guards will come take the reins in front of the carriage and open the door to the carriage. Looks like they're going to help anyone that wants it out. A older elven male will approach And how can we help you today? As he seemingly recognizes you and the carriage.
We are here at behest of the Emperor.
Mm,
And I will show him the badge.
it's like he read his mind as he was about. He was. He'll still say it as you open his. And proof that. Oh well, yeah, okay, that works too. As he looks at it, you'll see that what he'll do is he gestures if he can not take it off your person, but like touch it, the badge. To Urias.
I let him touch it.
And so what he'll do is, while still attached, he's just going to hold it at looks like at an angle with the light. And you see that he's looking on the badge at where two lines meet because it's raised. And he's like, yep. And he sees there's this very faint like magical rune writing in the corner. Looks like it's like when light hits it, it'll activate. He's like, we've unfortunately run into some frauds, some copies of these. And the real ones, though, have this nifty little, and he'll show Urias like how he's holding it. We weren't made aware until we started getting more and more reports of, well, unscrupulous behavior by members wielding this badge. Couldn't tell if it was bandits that killed and just were flaunting the badge, or someone just made copies. We weren't quite sure until enough of these reports made it to our leader's ears, and he informed, well, a select few of us how to check if they are authentic. So, forgive me for prying. One must be a little more careful around these times. Now, assuming that you're here around the same time that he gestures to like the whole capital, are here, I assume you're all going to the same meeting. Yes?
Likely.
Wonderful. Well, you haven't missed it. I believe they're just in generality talks right now. You know your way up?
Yes.
And so he makes motion to the guards by the base door that you're at to let you up. So they'll nod in compliance and move and open the doors for you. That being said, so everyone's going up, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So you can drag your tokens out for this one. As you re-enter the throne room, and it's been quite a long time since anyone's been on this map. You see Capitol guards down the center aisle, intermixed on the sides. You have different groups of the fellow leaders, personal guards, talking about amongst themselves. Capitol guards are not engaging with anyone. They're just looking straight across at each other. As the door guards will announce your presence. as they start reading off your names. Now, for Rosewind and Flix, did you want to go by an official title in this case?
In every case, yeah.
It would be the King of the Winter Court and the Queen of the Summer Court.
So, as the doorman will lead with the King of the Winter Court, the Queen of the Summer Court, and then it'll go on down. Lord Urius, Mr. Eldon, Miss Mary. They look at Whisper. They're not quite sure. They'll just go with Mr. Whisper. Who else?
Mary does have a last name.
I don't think they know it.
Okay.
There wasn't the best of turnover. Who else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing someone.
Nico.
Yeah, there he is. I don't think they've ever seen Nico, but hold on, I need to drag him out. It's been a minute.
If they look confused upon the dragon entering, I will inform someone. His name's Nico.
And I think
they-
Nico might request to be called Lord. That seems like something in character. Even though he has no actual title, it's I'm Lord.
So in a familiar to you, unfamiliar to most everyone else in this room, Nico will pat his way in at the very end. And Rosewind, you see the I don't know what to do moment from the doorman, in which you'll reply, that's Nico. Who was it? You, Flix? I said Lord Nico.
Yeah,
I was saying that I think that Nico would think that, like, I thought Nico was your character, so that's really on you. I don't think that Flix would speak for Nico.
No, I like what you say. It's it actually coincidentally opened up something else. So in a Nico will be like, just sneak, and then he'll stop like halfway through, and then familiar to you, just a deeper voice, Lord Nico. They just look confused, look back to Rosewind and Flix.
Dragon Lord.
That's normal. Right, Lord Nico. Not quite sure, but they're not gonna question Dragon as party makes their way. You see, and I'm not gonna have them all moved around, but they're in the back discussing amongst themselves as you all make your way. I assume you get there close to the front, where you'll be kind of stopped there at steps. I'll put Nico there as a placeholder. As Matthias will turn, knows that you're there, kind of gestures to the leaders. Ah, so you did get my message. And then he's going to look to his captain of the guard. They whisper something. Who has the highest perception?
I think that's technically Mary, but mine is a 23.
Mine is also a 23.
Okay,
My investigation is 24.
You two will hear very quietly from Matthias to the guard to have him clear the room with everyone. So all the guards all the personal guards, the capital guards. It's just going to be them and you all. He nods in affirmation. He'll turn, look at these two here, and using hand signals only, tells them. So he'll point at them, and then he makes like this pushing motion with his hands. They nod in acceptance, turn to each other, and just see this chain reaction. And so they start clearing everyone. You see some other notable lords and ladies. They all get hushed out. You hear someone's like, but they, and you just see these guards. They don't care. They're just starting to like clear everyone out. They'll start linking their pole arms and just hushing everyone. The other guards from the different leaders, they all look. They all, each respective lord and lady, just nods that yes, they want the room clear. So I'm not going to hide everyone. So after a few minutes, the room clears. You see ever familiar Zeratul. He's going to raise his hands. It looks like he's going to cast a spell all the way around this center where the stairs are. And then gestures for everyone in the party to come up. And Nico, being familiar with at least him, just pads on up there. Does not care. And he'll get like on his legs and just look around. So place your characters where you want to have. You'll see that Matthias will have had his side guards here before as they were clearing everyone, bring chairs. So we'll just have, I'll just draw a line. Right. So pull out chairs so that they can all talk face to face. So go. That is the wrong tool. So, as everyone takes their seats, Matthias will look to Whisper and say, "Did you retrieve it?" And Whisper will hold up the orb and he'll nod. Matthias looking back to the rest of the group. So, I assume you've got my message, yes?
Very much so.
You know our story, yes? And he gestures to the rest of the leaders.
The one dealing with Dendar.
Yes. I understand from Lord Zeratul that you may have been in our shoes. And he looks at Zeratul. I forgot you had that painting. Zeratul just shrugs. So, have you deciphered where Dendar is?
I would assume, from the looks of things, breaking out of the Demi-plane she was imprisoned in.
My mom's holding her down somehow.
Tatiana. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Titania.
My apologies. No, No disrespect. What if I told you you were very close to where she is now?
That would not be surprising.
You weren't
And-
crazy enough to put something like that under your city, were you?
Your thinking is correct, just in the opposite direction. And he points up.
The bell.
Close.
No, the
The
orb.
orb. The orb.
It was the orb.
She's in there. Now, we're not going to get into the why we made this decision and its location. Question is, how are we going to address her coming back if she comes back? Have you thought of a plan? Or is the plan to just let it happen and kill her? If we can kill her, and he looks to everyone in the room, because I don't know what if you recall that fight. That fight was almost went on us.
Without
Go ahead.
the Raven Queen stepping in, you would have all likely lost.
Matthias reluctantly nods. Yeah. There is that.
But I mean, if we just seal her away, she's just gonna come back. It's like kicking the can down the road.
Yes. But I ask you this, does killing her, is that a better option? It's the devil you know versus the devil you don't.
It was most likely not to be. Once one deity dies, another tends to rise to its position.
There could be something worse. I
The Depth 3 took the place of Jagu.
All things die. It's only a matter of when.
yes. All things die.
It's either something takes her place now, or something takes her place later.
Yes. The question is the peace and our what we have built now worth that risk? We can either continue her imprisonment here while knowing that eventually stories and her location will become more known, will face increased attack. Or, in a way, do we let it out, let it happen, and we kill her? And await whatever next is to come. I alone cannot make that decision. Well, yes, I was elected, agreed to run and lead this continent. Does that mean I speak for everyone? Just like you are a party, we were a party. Each has their own arguments for and against at least these two plans. I assume that's the same conclusion you've come to, unless you've come up with another clever way to deal with Dendar. We have increased reports of the mind flayers, testing defenses, increased more of these nightmares and headaches and ailments that we are not running out of, but beginning to feel the drain on our resources. So this has to be addressed soon, not immediately. We have time to put together a plan. But every day it gets more and more restrictive. So, in your adventures, in your dealings, has any of you, and he points to the party, and then the other leaders in the room, had any other clever thoughts?
I have been wondering how the mind flayers are still attacking us, because we took out a brain on that dragon. They're not supposed to be able to, like, coordinate like that without their brain, right?
That brain, yes. But
I don't think that was their primary brain.
their Dendar's reach is far and wide. Talk of her travels quickly through their technology. There were spies from other factions. We could tell somewhat by their coloration and some symbols that we have deciphered. There are a couple of different groups. They're not able to end mass coordinates. Does not mean they still can't attack.
Killing her does sound to be the most immediate positive response.
Can you say that again, please?
Killing her does seem to be the most immediate positive response. If we are capable of doing it.
I think if we gathered all our allies, perhaps we stand a better chance than we did last time. You have you. Your party is quite capable. We have the Doom Guides. Yes, I know about them. They were not too fond of what we did, but they at least understood. Haven't yet, allegedly, their the current commander of the Doom Guides tells me that Kellenvor doesn't disfavor us. So I guess that's good. He's at least not pissed at us. One less deity I need to worry about.
I gotta be
So
pretty
Kelly-
good in his favor. I just married one of his clerics.
He just looks at you. Huh. No, that's new. However, we've just we've started reestablished contact with your realm. That is for another discussion. Much to discuss there. I also see that our scaled companion is still alive. looks to Nico. Some of the other leader, like the other party, the other leaders, just kind of give him this weird, like, what? And he just motions like later. Zeratul just like, yeah, right. We just get to it. I hear you've collected shards, Matthias to the party. Strong, magical artifacts and weapons. We didn't have many of those, and now it seems like we have more. So is this, and he motions to the party, is this the general consensus? To attack and kill her? And if the party needs to think on this, we can. Sorry, I'm not much of a mind reader. Your silence is.
I just don't think that anybody's arguing with fighting her.
Well.
Can I assume that everybody's nodding?
But I'm kind of looking for if I'm doing a bad job of just looking the party. Is that the plan? Am I seeing yeses or am I seeing nos from the group here? Fortunately, I can't.
Fighting is the better option because it would definitely, because just re-trapping her is just like putting a band-aid on a dam crack. Eventually that dam is still going to burst and you're going to have to deal with it, so it's better to get it done with and dealt with now.
Dendar is just nightmare global warming.
I kind of like that. I like that analogy. And I'll.
If nightmare global warming indicates the existence of nightmare Al Gore, so keep that in mind.
That's Zeratul.
As Matthias looks to the group, and we're not messing with time, right? And he points exactly to Nico, right? Looks to the party. You knew that, right? Like,
I don't think so.
No, what now?
looks at Nico. Nico just gives a shrug, like, time dragon. Can't go back in time.
We haven't yet.
I'm not a personal fan of that idea because messing with time has unintended consequences and will most likely piss off other deities. I'd
That's
rather not
probably
piss
why we
off.
haven't done that.
Just, it's an option. I just didn't know if you all had figured that one out.
I don't think we've needed that. We've been pretty handy dealing with most things.
I found an old book, and he'll pull up this black leather bound with gold filigree of one of his previous lives. Took a little bit between Zeratul and I to find this. He's rewritten time before. Points to Nico.
Wow, you think?
Yeah, we kind of figured that one out.
Yeah. Wasn't that great of a secret.
Well, it's more how many times. Found several different stories. It gets messy. That's the short version.
I'm pretty
And
sure I was there one of those times.
Buddy, are you the reason that everything's all smashed together?
No.
Not you, the dragon.
Not you.
Matthias just looks to Nico. You gonna tell them? Nico just is like,
Nico? Are you the reason for the merge?
and
Are you
he's
fully aware yet?
in that ever familiar deeper voice. He just looks at Mary, and his eyes will glow a little different color. It's just very subtle, deep, bassy voice. Yes.
No
And then
more
the
doing
light, the light will just kind of die down, and he'll go back to his normal eye color. Matthias, over time, all his lives' memories will come back to him. Some of his lives he has chronicled, points to this book, who will hand it to Mary.
She takes it.
And I did not want to risk my knowledge of... I knew he would be reborn. I knew he would be a hatchling. I just didn't know when. And when the description of this egg received my ears, I knew it was him. Problem is, we had to make sure no one else got to him and went down this path again. I want Nico to have a more educated and free will. I know no matter what we do with Nico, you will always have free will. And will do what he pleases. I'd rather Nico not rewrite time for many reasons, nor to go against us. But perhaps adventuring with you will have brought a new light of thinking to him. One could hope. Looks to Nico. He just smiles. Like, yeah, I'm just me, guys. And that like sweet puppy looking face. So long as we're not going to try and go back in time to redo any of this.
You're the only one who's mentioned this.
And who keeps mentioning it?
It really seems like you want it.
Yeah.
No,
All of us
no,
are
no.
in an agreement that was never an option.
Oh, we never thought it was an option. Now that we know that it's an option, it's still not a very good one.
Good. We're gonna leave it at that.
Yes,
So,
Emperor Matthias, let's leave it at that.
Let's
Killing
not leave it
Dentar.
within the reach of a 10-foot pole. Especially since they don't sell those for us anymore.
So, we will begin preparations, start moving troops to here, evacuating the capital. what more? I believe we can spare a couple of weeks. It takes time to build certain siege weapons and up our defenses, create potions, enchant items. Looks to Zeratul and the rest of the leaders.
If all else fails, put a portable hull launcher and a bag of holding launcher on opposite sides of the orb to launch at it.
You just see like Zeratul and the Lord from the Eastern Continent like this do this like Zeratul's like mulling it over in his mind.
So if we have a few weeks, was there anything that anybody still needed to collect up or something? Like, do we have all of the shards?
No. And I will pull out the map that younger Urius generally is the one reading and go, there's still one here. And one most likely here. And point to a couple of the places I know we've not been anywhere near.
Matthias looking to the group. You can explore those. I don't. If you think you are capable of, or you have, excuse me, if you think you are already capable, I don't know what these shards are. So unclear if it's useful to you at this point in time.
My other thought was potentially intercepting any mind flayers, but
Those will most likely increase once. Now I ask this of the group. I will make a statement along with each of our leaders at the same time. So at least allow us to keep this secret until we make a public announcement. And he looks at all of you. Doubly at Nico.
I will make a very under the radar look toward Rosewind, who I'm pretty sure said something about squid-faced people.
Now the mind flayers. We can begin socializing that amongst the militaries. And perhaps some select some select guilds.
well, I'm sure if you let adventurers in general know that they're a threat, they'll be wary of them at least.
And that they might want to arm up on anti-telepathy gear.
Well, I know you've had encounters with them. Perhaps I will connect. If you are able to pass on any knowledge, I will connect you with the right groups who may take a moment of your time to ask questions and get some answers. And we can begin en masse producing certain items.
Well, do you still have one of their guns, Urius? You could give them one of their guns to test some, like, armor against or something.
Of
The
course, it has
moment-
to be my gun and not Fishboy's.
Well, he's not here anymore.
The moment you say gun, you see at least two other leaders. So from the show and the Eastern Continent, who just look at each other and then to you, they're like, yeah, they're like,
They're not like yours. And I will produce the laser gun.
they'll both look at it and they'll inspect it and they start talking amongst each other and they're like,
Oh, hey, you guys use guns. I bet if you mass-produced those, that'd be great.
they just like give you this death glare. Like Matthias is just like,
Spear launchers would work
They're very
too.
protective of their firearms, and he looks at their developments for whatever reason.
Also, we intercepted one of their ships through this crazy staircase place, and then I'm gonna start dumping the papers and plans and shit I gathered up on the Mind Flayer ship onto the table.
The infinite staircase.
Zeratil's just giving you this look, don't say anything. So as you dump all these plans out, Matthias gets up, starts, and the other leaders, they all start looking, reading, starting to move what they think is these go with this goes with this. Okay. Well, this will help. Zeratul starts reading it over. Is there any other information that you have on anything this might be connected with? We already know about the Yanti, and we expect them. Mind flayers were somewhat unexpected.
Be wary of the Rakshas.
Which one?
Yes.
There are. He's like, yeah, I should have saw that coming.
They
We
seem to be doing some
killed
interesting
them.
experiments too.
The one that had the traveling trade show gave an enemy of ours some poison.
Oh,
And
That's
this
what
poison,
the Rakshasha.
and what was the significance of this poison? I'm sorry, that came across a little.
wiped out a lot of the summer court.
Yeah,
What now?
the guy you had openly doing trade in your city, almost committed a genocide.
Whether or not he knew what he was trading, we are not sure, but... Well, for why he was trading, we are not sure, but he still traded a very dangerous toxic chemical.
He's involved with them in some way, so it's best not to let him back into the city.
He was. He's dead now.
That was a
he the
different one.
we killed? I thought we killed the other guy that was... They kind of butted heads. The pirate one.
Wasn't he on the ship too?
I didn't think he was.
I don't think he was. You did kill the correct one. So Shere Khan was the pirate lord. You did legitimately kill him, and he's the one. Shere Khan was more like just the guy that provided the weapon. I believe he escaped. But if I find somewhere if someone has something that says otherwise, I will search my notes real quick. I don't believe he was killed, but I've been wrong before.
What was that guy's name?
That was Salazar.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Salazar is the one that is still bopping about. I remember killing Shere Khan because he's named after the Jungle Book guy.
I believe Salazar was left alive, as far as my notes indicate. But we have to retcon it. We'll retcon it.
No, I remember him still being around, but I had informed the party that he was a problem because like me and him had that like moment where he like took the knee and got like ominous at me, and that was when I had to open up to everybody about being a princess.
I have that in my notes too. So,
I have a couple of interesting ideas. Remember the cavern with all of the elves in it? That also had a terrask and a pit?
We found Oberon.
Yeah.
Terrasks are notoriously impossible to kill. We could find a way to get Dendar and the Tarrasque in the same room. And the Tarrasque is hungry. We will have a little bit of assistance against Dendar, as long as she is between us and the Tarrasque.
That sounds terrible.
I didn't say it was the greatest of ideas, just not a bad one.
I'm saying it's a bad one. That's coming
I don't think-
from me.
Well, the best way to do it would be to drop her in the pit with the Tarrasque and shoot down upon her.
My telekinesis can't pick that up, son.
I can open demiplane doors, and I have a well of many worlds.
well,
Then by all means, throw a Tarrasque into that. Or perhaps a Dendar, which is about the size of a Tarrasque. Do you not remember fighting it?
Yes, that was part of my point. The other thing, Dendar might be a multidimensional being.
She is a god.
Which means we might have to kill more than one of her. To kill her. Permanently.
You're asking us a lot of questions. You're the ones that fought her before. Tell us what you know.
so Dendar is multidimensional. How she arrived here, though, was through the merge, as best we can tell. And became trapped and wants to leave. If we killed her here because of how she was trapped here, she would no longer exist, at least in this dimension. The multiple dimensions, I don't, if there's alternate Dendar in another dimension and it comes over, it will be a completely different Dendar. We're getting into the, he looks at Zeratul, but infinite, you just, oh, God.
So like metaphysically, we're like cutting the tumor Dendar out. There might still be Dendars out there. That's crazy.
There are multiple dimensions. Just in this case, prior dimension, in this reality, there's just the one, and it's that one. Points up. If we kill her, she will no longer exist in our dimension reality, however we want to call this.
But it's just us and her. Got it.
She can be harmed, She has a physical body. I mean, you also fought her. But let me. If people want to roll some history checks, I will help them along on some abilities that were thrown your way.
What the fuck, Nuggets?
I remember
I-
she's able to make people who cannot go to sleep go to sleep.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
I want to mess with time for a little bit and mulligan that roll.
That's the place you decide to use it.
Yeah, I can't do much on there. Oh, Eldon coming in hot.
Good thing this isn't Baldur's Gate 3, but I still don't think a 9 helps me too much.
Not really. I mean, giant snake creature. So,
Could be a
I would say.
Leviathan.
I'm figuring out my stat to roll.
Now, hold on, I'll get Whisper to you here on the history.
Character and tell you what your numbers are.
Flix has a +1.
Yeah, Whisper rolled an 8. Let me go back without stat sheet.
That M fucked your shit up.
Just hit up.
I'm on a phone. I don't have an up.
Yeah, I remembered that just as I said it.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna be like, I don't think he has an up on his phone.
You said press up, and I looked at the imaginary camera like I was on The Office.
Hopefully, we're not going to run into any any multi-headed monstrosity named Ravana.
High on high, I stand.
Ravana is the name of the king of the Rakshasa in Hindu.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a video, Rory. Don't worry.
The tin,
Yeah, I don't
The
think
tin-
that exists in the Nine Hills.
the tin-headed
Don't,
Ravana, ruler of the island of Lanka.
don't worry. We'll inform you real quick. Don't worry.
I'm already on it. Don't worry.
That song is fire, though.
It is.
10 heads, 20 arms.
So,
Ghosts
I
and
will
glory of
say
combat.
from what everyone has been able to recall commonly, you were able to hit her fairly easily. Although having a medium, I'd argue probably medium difficulty armor class, had a lot of health. Knowing that she is considered a gargantuan monstrosity or a titan, so a titanic amount of hit points you would have to chew through. Was immune to certain types of damage, notably nothing necrotic or poison. Could see in the dark. You will recall Eldon, with your roll, will recall that was vulnerable to radiant damage. There was an ability that throughout melee, scales could fly off of her and could be unleashed on anyone attacking her. She could crush people within with it that were on her space, so she could move over and just use her entire body to start crushing people. Had a very dangerous venom. Could swallow, has a tail, has a bite. I think fair amount of you recalled the frightful presence ability.
Were we fighting a giant serpent or Sin?
A giant serpent.
That just has Sin's ability to fire her scales at you.
Not fire, more like they fall off. With like a whole bunch of people attacking her at some point, like scale will fall off. Apparently that scale may house a nightmare, a little manifestation of a nightmare in it.
So still kind of like Sin scales.
I guess. I don't know what you're referencing though, so
Final Fantasy
apologies.
X. The big bad enemy from Final Fantasy X.
So you say that they have nightmares trapped in them. Is that like that labyrinth spell or whatever then?
I don't know
Or
Labyrinth
Or you like
offhand.
are you gonna get caught in a nightmare when you get hit with them or something? Is that what you're saying?
Let's see. You would be frightened of the manifestation and you'd take damage. The target would believe it would be real, so yes.
Oh, okay. Not the same, but I understand what it does now. Okay.
Unsure if it's a spellcaster, but wouldn't, you wouldn't put it past it to be able to cast spells. And
We go to fight Dendar and she casts Swish.
that would just no.
I
That would be
heard she
terrible.
cast Swish.
Casts
Uh,
Wish.
I know what you said, but my brain said swish.
And between the leader party and you all, the leader party's will divulge that they were fighting in the dark quite a bit, magical darkness or otherwise. So somehow keeping light up was a thing that had to be done if they wanted to have success in fighting Dendar.
Oh, that won't be an issue for me.
I wonder if I can get somebody to make me like glasses of true seeing or something.
So nighttime attack, hit and run tactics, could employ spells.
We do have a pair of goggles of night.
You got to remember, Dendar likes to gather nightmares, so not necessarily looking to outright kill you instantly, but more like to try and become more powerful by taking nightmares and invading your mind.
I don't see any of the magic gems. Oh, 3 gems of brightness. Never mind, I see them now. We also have 3 gems of brightness. A platinum chalice with lapis lazuli in it. An ewer.
I could always cast magic missile at the darkness.
Hell yeah. Then your eyes will change color.
How many beads are on the necklace of fireballs?
Yeah, I was wondering when you get to that. I think I was going to have you roll for it, but we can do that a little bit later.
We could find someone to throw this potion down her throat and make her small.
That would take a minute, but I mean, theoretically possible. So,
Wand of binding, rope of entanglement, sword of sharpness. Anyone need one?
that being said,
Someone could polymorph her into a humanoid, and we could stick this on her. As I pull out the demon armor plate from someone's bag of holding.
Matthias, looking back to the group, her psychic abilities were, and poison abilities were quite challenging to overcome.
Turn her into a rabbit.
Getting out of her way or hitting her, we didn't have a problem with. It's just being able to hit and deal a lot of damage consistently. That was, and being gargantuan, as much as plane shift, I believe anything is limited to size, I don't think will work on her. She's just too big.
We could throw this entire necklace down her throat. That's going to hurt.
Hurts, maybe. Will it be enough?
If we go and face her with the intention of killing her and things go south, are we still able to seal her away?
That's why I
Yes.
suggested a portable hole.
Smile.
Add a bag of holding catapulted after the thing.
Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about, Urius.
So, and you'll see Matthias smile. And he'll look to whisper. So the orb that I highly suggested, whisper, and by extension you, gestures to the party, get back, has a unique capability that it can trap, hold, imprison any evil aligned creature, regardless of size. It is very difficult to be destroyed. I do believe only its creator can destroy it. Similar to a shard, but this is pre-shard creation.
So it's like a replacement bulb for the lamp if we let her out.
Yes, we apparently, in a way, copied that without knowing that existed until after the fact. But ours was made by our collective minds. That was made by a god. So probably more refined.
Which
Okay.
god?
That is a good question. Which god?
You're never gonna believe this.
I want to say it was Mistra. So above the table, if I'm using this phrase correctly, there was, when I was developing all of this, I think it's an older item. It's a legit older item that I've copied the ability of, where this deity created. I modified it to evil, but the original item could entrap anything, to include gods. I changed it to evil aligned, not letting everyone get a little too crazy about it. And the only person that could destroy it, I thought, was Mistra. I wrote it down. I'll see if I can find my notes. But I have to go. It'll take a little bit longer, and I don't want to burn session time on it right this second.
Mistra's fine. I mean, like, it's not somebody, like, outwardly diabolical, so...
No. It was made by a good, neutral-ish aligned
I think that's
deity.
all anyone in the party would be worried about, is that we're not, like,
Yes.
putting her into the shackles of something that's going to feed another, you know? But like, yeah, if it's just like another cage that we can put her into, if as like an oh shit option, then fighting her does seem much more on the table. Um, Another question I have about it with the process of us sealing her away, that has something to do with the shards.
The shards were meant to help the party engage Shendar, whether to uh, kill her or get her weak enough that we could get that in play.
I guess I'm
So it
just
was to empower us, not actually to imprison her.
Well, correct. That we all learned about the shards, and you seem to follow our path. Is uh, they were tools to help us defeat her, and sometimes those tools would be used to get other tools and just build our way up. It would make it easier rather than
so then what does the process of sealing her away entail?
well, we would, if I understand correctly, we just have to get that to touch her.
Okay, well,
But it still leaves, well, yes, it sounds easy, it still doesn't exactly get rid of the problem of she's still alive and in there. See, that is a little bit more portable than what we built. We decided to use secrecy and engineering to know where she is. How we got her up there, I don't think any of us remember. Suspicion that was on purpose.
doesn't seem like the
Anyway,
greatest place, but um I mean,
I
it's
mean,
not that different. I mean, yeah, you can carry her around now. She's portable, great. But like also that means if someone sieges the city and you know you got to get the fuck out of there, you can carry her and make sure that you entrust it to somebody to protect it or something. There's a better chance, or that's all I'm thinking about it. But uh, again, that's the like worst case scenario, right? That's like if we're all on the verge of death, Flix or Eldon hits it with, or Mary hits it with that, or hits her with it, and we don't completely
yes,
fuck up.
yes, it is a solid backup plan. Easy to engage, but vulnerable in that you then become the next target of the enemy to be killed. And we just get in this perpetual them trying to target you forever, trying to get that thing. Hence, why the steps we took that is a little bit harder to move, somewhat
Well, I mean,
inconspicuous on one end.
she's
May
portable at that
I
point.
make a suggestion?
Yes.
If we do end up putting her in the um, legally distinct Pokeball, I could use my wish spell to send it to the Raven Queen for safekeeping.
I was just gonna suggest we throw it into the Tarask, but I mean, Raven Queen seems like a good option too.
The Tarask might
Then we'll
eventually shit it out.
wake up the Tarask and have a rampaging Tarask to deal with.
In a crevasse, in a cavern.
Death
was
I don't
filled
think it
with-
would take much for it to get out.
I'd rather not cause catastrophic earthquakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
Is that in his?
Urius got in my head earlier.
Well, seeing a Tarask and Dendar fight would be somewhat entertaining, yet uh, catastrophically terrible for everyone else.
We're the wrong alignment for that play.
There are ways.
Feasible, yes.
Safe.
I don't know. I don't know the Jurassic. That would be above the table. I really would want to see that kind of fight. Maybe that'll just be an offshoot for later. Anyway.
Write that down, Rye. That's going to be Doug's birthday one shot.
Fast first ender. What? As Matthias looks back, looks to Eldon and Mary. Now, we are not followers of the Raven Queen. We under to a limited understanding we have on the Raven Queen. What would she do with that?
The Raven Queen is a collector, and any that enter her realm do not leave. I believe she would be the proper guardian to keep Dendar imprisoned.
I don't necessarily doubt that she would be the best. More, how many other deities would now go bother her or attempt to conspire to get Dendar back? And then we would be the cause of that disturbance, and then we incur the wrath of the Raven Queen. Now, we might not be alive. This might be thousands of years from now, for all we know. But still, you're not wrong in that I don't believe the Raven Queen wouldn't be capable and be the best guardian. It's...
If any tried to free Dendar from the Raven Queen's clutches, she's not the only god of death they'll have to worry about.
Calimbor.
I think the best way to go about this is to think of it this way. If we're taking this route where she's in a portable containment, we're already in the most shit scenario. So I think it just falls to whoever of us is still alive to find some way to hide her away. Like, if, God forbid, something happens to Eldon and Mary, we don't have access to the Raven Queen anymore, exactly. So, outside of, if she deigns to answer my prayers, I'm not exactly a follower, but I think that at that point, you know, it'd be me or Flix or Urius or Whisper or someone still alive, and we'd have to figure out our own way about it. I'm sure me or Flix could take it somewhere into the Fae and squirrel it away or something, but it's really gonna be like who's left at the table at that point, you know?
Mm-hmm.
To get in a random demiplane somewhere. And forget where I put the door.
I just think that it doesn't make a lot of sense to sit and focus on it right now, since it's like we're already talking about kicking the whole thing down the line generations. Like, I honestly think this is the better move, because it's like, at least at that point, we're kicking it to whoever's left alive after we seal her away, and that's, you know, hoping we seal her away. And then if we don't seal her away, then I guess that is the worst case scenario, is we really, really fuck up, but I think we can at least get her in the ball. So,
Well, and we'll continue as planned. Fight, kill Dendar, and if everything goes sideways, imprison her and send her to the Raven Queen. He looks to his party. They all nod in general agreement. Looks to your party, assuming that everyone's giving the affirmation that that is the plan that is agreed upon. And I'll make an announcement in a day or two, as we have other logistical matters to discuss.
I will turn to the ones with my laser crystal and go, I want that back.
Say that again, please.
I will turn to the ones that currently have the laser pistol and go, I want that back.
You just look at each other, kind of roll eyes. Are you implying now or at a later point in time?
When they're done with it. Before we fight Dendar.
The Empress will look at you. You will have your trophy back as you'd have given it to us. While we have our disagreements on this type of weapon, you are not part of that, and we will not deprive you of this tool.
It's helped me kill a good few illithid.
I've shown you what they can do before. Flashback to the last time I was here lifting my dress up, and showing the scar on my stomach from almost dying in the graveyard fight.
As Matthias turns, unless any of you, gestures to your party, have any questions or other information, we will leave you to yourselves to organize what you need. And then and he'll gesture to the leaders, are ready with our preparations, we will find you. We'll most likely meet here in this throne room before the attack. With that being said, does anyone in the party have any questions or statements?
So we have a couple of weeks until the final showdown.
Matthias looking back to the party. From what we can tell, yes. Our intelligence reports that the enemies are also beginning their preparations. The Yonti, the Illithids, and whoever else they have ensnared to free her. Not to mention any of our own guards and citizens. So I ask of you to keep this plan secret and all its details relevant to Dendar secret.
Okie doke.
For any lapses in judgment and revelations of any of this information may fast forward anyone else's plans.
Undoubtedly.
And with that, he'll wave a dismissive hand. I will entrust you to. You're free to walk about. We will summon you if we need to discuss anything else as a group again. But you will have an invite to a feast, which we will hold in a few days. With that, the meeting will conclude. Leaders will all kind of, as a group, they're talking amongst each other, and they're all going to depart. And they're all going to go out this door, here to the left. Leaving the party, they're in this run room. And as Zeratul departs, you'll kind of hear this subtle pop and signifying the end of whatever he cast around the area dissipate. the party want to do anything else before we close? Or set anything up?
Well, did anybody have anything that you need to do in the next couple of weeks before the end of the world comes, or should we hunt down some of them shards? Make sure we're extra ready.
A shard hunt and extra preparation sounds like a good idea.
Yes, maybe some additional armor.
Eldon or Mary? I assume you're still here.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can.
This is gonna take like a few days to get to where we need to go, and then a few days to come back. That's over a week as it is.
Yep.
Okay. Well, with that, we'll close, and then offline we can discuss. If you wanna, we can discuss on where and what you want to go, and I'll put it together. That's all I really had planned for tonight. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for running.
Yeah.
And for everyone, from the total of gold I got, 46 platinum, 650 gold, 2,000 silver, and 666 copper.
Can you type that out?
Yeah.
Is that your total?
No, that's what everyone gets.
Oh shit, we're getting more money? Crazy. Yeah, I divided each one by 6 when I divvied it up, so.
Yeah, I did the same. And then there's whatever we sell out of the junk and other stuff.
Richest D&D characters ever.
Just about. We need to buy our own stronghold.
Property Brothers shopping.
Humanoid livestock. I mean, animals that use for meat.
Oh, what? Huh?
Remember, I'm playing
12
Uriel the Elder right now.
12,000 silver?
That should be 1,200.
Okay, you put an extra 0 on there. That's why I was like, I'm going to check.
That's how much silver it was. Oh, that's supposed to be 2,000 silver. Drop the 1. Not the last 0, the first 1.
There. Now when we come back to it later, people will know.
Anyone want to have their eyeball poked out?
Why?
We also have an
Not in
Ursat.
this campaign.
We also have an Ursat's eye. It,
money.
5 mystery keys, a wand of detection, of magic detection, a spell scroll of gaseous form, a goggles of night, the spell magic at 3rd level, summon undead, but I've already taken it. Potion of necrotic resistance times 5, a unknown amount of beads on a necklace of fireball, potion of diminution, scroll of protection from undead, scroll of protection from elementals, 4 potions of superior healing, a parapet of wound closure, a wand of binding, a rope of entanglement, a staff of withering, sword of sharpness, the demon armor plate, and an iron stone of mastery.
Damn, I rolled minimum on charge recovery. You know, it don't even fucking matter. I don't even give a shit.
Charge recovery.
Yeah, on my staff, every long rest, I get to recover, what is it? 4d6 plus 2 charges, which is why I have no problem expending them.
Ah, yeah.
So you rolled a 6
Yeah.
in total? Because you said 4d6 plus 2, so the lowest would be 1 on each d6, and then it's plus 2, so 6.
Oh, it must have been on one of the dice, because it turned red. Because I got 12 altogether, so no. I got
Oh,
more
yeah,
than
then you
that.
probably... Yeah, whenever you roll a single 1 on any dice, it rolls it as a critical failure, even if you have multiple dice.
It still put me at 42. So,
Okay.
it's not letting me fucking change the charges. And I'm getting frustrated with it.
What does the eye do?
It lets you see if you've lost an eye. It's not as cool as the version of it that you get in Baldur's Gate 3. The one in Baldur's Gate 3, I think it gives you dark vision, or does it also give you
Invisible. You see invisible things.
okay, so true seeing as well.
Yeah.
Let's just see invisibility.
Well, I was gonna say its version of true seeing.
Yeah. But I always do that in Baldur's Gate. Every character I've ever made always becomes a Cyclops.
Apparently they've introduced a leather corset. Oh, that's because of the Lord of the Rings. I don't want studded leather.
I'm gonna hop off. I'll see all of y'all later.
Alrighty.
Night.
Night.
See you.
So if we find things we wish to buy with our considerable wealth before next session, do we send that to you?
Yes, please.
Thank you to anyone who's watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Appreciate you. Have a good one until we see you next time.